Oil changes might seem like a simple task. Drain the old oil, add the new, and you're done, right? But here's the shocking truth. Many engine failures actually begin right after an oil change. A single small mistake or a misstep could silently start wrecking your engine, with no warning lights, no smoke, just gradual damage with every drive. And these aren't rare occurrences, they happen daily. So before your next oil change turns into a costly repair, take a moment to watch this. Here are 12 things you should never do after an oil change, plus a bonus tip at the end that even the most seasoned drivers forget. Mistake number 12, the forgotten breather blunder. When you've just changed the oil and filter, you think the job is done, ready to hit the road. But did you remember to check the crankcase ventilation system? This often overlooked component plays a pivotal role in maintaining pressure balance inside your engine. If your PCV valve or breather tube is clogged or blocked, it can cause internal pressure to build up. This pressure can push oil past seals, degrade oil quality, and increase the risk of internal or external oil leaks. When oil is forced into spaces it's not supposed to be, you end up with contaminants mixing with fresh oil, accelerating wear on critical engine components like pistons and bearings. To ensure your engine's health, inspecting the breather system before you even touch the new oil is a critical step in any oil change. A quick check of the PCV valve and the breather tube for debris, cracks, or obstructions can go a long way in preventing expensive repairs. Keeping these pathways clear means your engine will breathe easy and perform optimally for longer. Mistake number 11, the counterfeit oil gambit. You found a bargain, so you bought cheaper oil and maybe even skipped checking the label. The problem is that using oil that isn't what it claims to be is a hidden disaster. The oil you choose is integral to smooth operation for your engine, as it's responsible for lubricating the moving parts, regulating heat, and preventing corrosion. But counterfeit or incorrect oil can cause all sorts of performance issues. Using the wrong oil grade will either struggle to start up if the oil is too thick, or break down under heat and load if it's too thin. These problems lead to poor fuel efficiency, reduced engine performance, and ultimately premature engine wear. More serious still is counterfeit oil. Unfortunately, there's a growing black market for fake automotive products, especially oil. These counterfeits are made with cheap materials, and the additives might be absent or incorrect. Worse, they could be contaminated with dangerous impurities. This results in reduced engine efficiency and even catastrophic failure over time. When you're buying oil, it's crucial to stick to trusted brands and retailers. Always check the bottle for signs of tampering. Make sure the seals are intact and verify the authenticity of the product if you're buying from an online store or third-party vendor. Your engine deserves nothing less than the highest quality oil to keep running smoothly. Mistake number 10, the idle out immediately mistake. Everything looks perfect. New oil, new filter, levels are correct, and you hop into the driver's seat and press go. Big mistake. The reason for this simple: after an oil change, fresh oil needs to circulate through the engine before the full load of driving is applied. If you jump into your gear immediately, you risk running the engine for the first few moments with parts not properly lubricated. This brief, yet crucial, time when the oil hasn't reached all engine components can result in wear and tear. The damage might not be obvious now, but over time it can accumulate, leading to premature engine problems. Here's the easy fix. After completing your oil change, start the engine and let it idle for at least 30 to 60 seconds. This gives the oil time to circulate throughout the system, build a new filter, and build up the oil pressure. This short wait may seem insignificant, but it ensures that every moving part in your engine is adequately lubricated before you take off. By idling, you're effectively ensuring that the oil gets to all the nooks and crannies inside your engine, safeguarding the engine's longevity. Mistake number 9, the double gasket disaster. Imagine this: you've removed the old oil filter, you screw in the new one, but unbeknownst to you, the rubber gasket from the previous filter stuck to the engine block. Now you've got two seals stacked. That double-stacked gasket creates a weak seal. Under pressure, it'll fail. Yes, you might only see a drip at first, but soon it could escalate to a puddle. Engine pressure drops, and you're running dry. The consequences of this mistake are severe, because even a tiny mistake in gasket seating can lead to a full-on oil leak. Oil leaks not only damage your driveway, but they can also drastically reduce the oil level in your engine, risking engine overheating and eventual failure. To avoid this issue, it's critical to make sure you thoroughly inspect the oil filter mounting area after removing the old filter. Run your finger around the mounting surface to check for any remnants of the old gasket. If you find one, peel it off and clean the area before installing the new filter. The more thorough you check, the better your chances are of avoiding this catastrophic mistake. It's a simple step that takes seconds but can save thousands in repairs. Mistake number 8, the ice-cold oil drain. You're in a hurry, so you drain the oil on a cold engine. Big mistake. Cold oil is thick and sluggish. It clings to engine walls and internal passages. That means when you drain, a large portion of the old oil remains trapped inside. You refill with fresh oil, but you've already contaminated it with leftover dirty oil and sludge. This reduces the effectiveness of the new oil and forces the engine to work harder than it should, leading to reduced engine performance and potential damage over time. Consequently, your fresh oil immediately has work to do, and your engine has less protection. To prevent this, start the engine for about 5 minutes. Let the oil warm up so it flows freely and carries away debris, then drain. This ensures that the majority of the old oil is flushed out, leaving only clean oil in the engine. A warm engine also ensures better oil flow, which makes your oil change more effective. Don't rush the process. A few extra minutes of prep will provide long-term benefits. Mistake number 7. The overfill catastrophe. More oil means more protection. You might think, wrong. Too much oil in the crankcase causes the crankshaft to literally churn the excess like a blender. Oil foams, turns into bubbles, and foamy oil does not lubricate properly. This foaming starves your bearings and pistons, builds up crankcase pressure, and can blow out seals and cause leaks. The fix? Add oil slowly. Check the dipstick often. Make sure the vehicle is parked perfectly level, and stop short of the max mark. If you overfill, drain the excess before starting the engine. Precision over generosity. Adding too much oil can also damage your engine seals over time. As the crankshaft turns, it churns the excess oil around, which increases internal pressure, placing unnecessary strain on gaskets and seals. Eventually, this could lead to oil leaks and seals that rupture. Always be cautious and make sure the oil level is just right. Overfilling is a common mistake that often leads to costly repairs that could have been avoided with a little more care. Mistake number 6. The forgotten final check. Job appears done. Oil drained, filter changed, fresh oil in, wrench down. But stop. Did you check the level after the engine ran? New oil has to fill the filter, and the system has to settle. If you skip this step, you might think you're okay, but the level may have dropped once the engine circulates oil into the filter. Worse, you could have missed a loose drain plug, a tiny leak, or that dreaded double gasket issue. To fix, start the engine, let it run for a minute, turn it off, wait a couple of minutes, then recheck the dipstick. Top it off if needed. 1 extra minute is now equal to thousands of miles protected. Also, this check is essential to catch any issues like improper installation of the filter or drain plug. These small invisible problems can have a major impact on the engine's performance, and addressing them immediately will save you a great deal of trouble in the long run. So don't rush through your final checks. Take the time to verify everything as it should be before you hit the road. Mistake number 5. The empty filter fiasco. Dry start. You've installed a brand new oil filter, but you forgot one detail. It's dry. When you start the engine, the filter takes a few seconds to fill. During that brief window, your engine is spinning, parts moving, oil pressure low while the filter fills. That's called a dry start. Over dozens of oil changes, those seconds accumulate into real wear. The remedy? Before you screw on the new filter, pour a little clean oil into it so the media is soaked, or at minimum, at least oil the filter's gasket, and then install it quickly and fire it up. Your engine will thank you. This one simple trick will prevent engine damage caused by the lack of oil circulating at the moment of startup. The oil filter, especially if it's a large one, can take time to fill up with oil, and the pressure in the system isn't fully built up until that's done. A dry start can lead to an increase in metal-to-metal contact between engine components, which in turn accelerates wear on vital parts. Preventing this will make sure your engine starts smoothly, even in the few seconds before the full circulation takes place. Mistake number 4. The dry ring dilemma. That little rubber O-ring on your oil filter might seem like a tiny, insignificant part of the oil change process. But if it's not properly lubricated, it can lead to major issues down the road. When you install a new oil filter, you typically have to tighten it to ensure a proper seal. But here's the catch. If you install the oil filter with a dry O-ring, you're essentially asking for trouble. A dry O-ring is prone to friction, which causes it to twist, stretch, or even tear as you tighten the filter into place. It's almost as if the rubber ring is fighting against the engine block and the filter, leading to issues with sealing. This is a serious problem because a compromised O-ring can cause slow or immediate oil leaks, even weeks after you've completed the oil change. The fix is straightforward but crucial. Always lubricate the O-ring with fresh oil before installation. This simple act creates a smooth surface, allowing the filter to tighten evenly without putting unnecessary strain on the rubber ring. Also, make sure the engine block where the filter mounts is completely clean and free of debris. Even a speck of dirt can ruin the integrity of the seal, causing slow, unnoticed leaks. The cost of skipping this simple step is far too high. Preventative care for something so small guarantees a proper seal, ensuring your engine stays leak-free and running smoothly for years. Mistake number 3, the Hulk bolt blunder. Over-tightening. When you're working on the drain plug, you might be tempted to muscle it down tight. Make sure it's sealed. But too much torque is just as dangerous as too little. Over-tightening can strip the threads in your oil pan, crack an aluminum sump, or shear the bolt entirely. Then you're looking at a repair bill for far beyond a simple oil change. Use a torque wrench. Most drain plugs call for a 20 to 30 foot-per-pound of torque. No wrench? Tighten until snug, then give it a minimal extra twist. If you're sweating, you're already too far. This mistake can lead to disastrous consequences when left unchecked. Once the threads are stripped, it becomes nearly impossible to seal the plug properly, and in many cases, the only solution is to replace the oil pan. That's a massive hassle and costly repair, so be sure to follow torque specifications, use the correct tools, and don't go beyond what is necessary. Mistake number 2, the wrong oil trap. We all know that oil changes are essential for engine health, but not all oil is created equal. One of the most common mistakes people make when performing an oil change is assuming all motor oils are the same. In fact, the oil you choose has a significant impact on your engine's performance, efficiency, and lifespan. The mistake often lies in using the wrong viscosity or oil type, either by choosing the wrong grade or by using the wrong oil for your specific engine requirements. This mistake might not show immediate effects, but over time, it can lead to engine wear, overheating, and costly repairs. The fix for this is simple but critical. Always consult your vehicle's owner's manual to determine the exact oil grade, viscosity, and type required for your engine. This should be your first step before buying any oil. When you buy oil, make sure it's from a trusted supplier to avoid counterfeit or low-quality products, as those can be contaminated with impurities or have improper additives, compromising your engine's performance. Spending a little extra time and effort choosing the right oil is a small price to pay compared to the cost of an engine overhaul caused by poor lubrication. Mistake number 1, the dashboard denial. The oil change is complete, the filter is tightened, and you've reset your oil life monitor. Or have you? It's easy to ignore that persistent oil life warning light that comes on your dashboard, dismissing it as just another notification you can deal with later. Unfortunately, this is one of the most common and harmful mistakes you can make after an oil change. Modern vehicles come equipped with sophisticated monitoring systems that track oil life based on several variables including engine load, temperature, driving habits, and more. This system doesn't just remind you when you need to change your oil based on mileage. It's designed to give you a precise indication of when your oil is truly depleted, even if the oil still looks clean in the pan. So, what's the fix? Simply put, respect the oil life monitor. When that light comes on, it's time to change the oil. And when you do, make sure you reset the monitor properly according to your manufacturer's instructions. This ensures that the system can accurately track the next oil change and prevent you from skipping it again. Driving a little longer than necessary before an oil change may not seem like a big deal, but over time, those little delays accumulate and can severely damage your engine. Don't risk it. Take that warning seriously and keep your engine running like new for as long as possible. Bonus tip: the drive off too soon trap. You've completed the oil change. You're excited. You hop in, turn on the engine, and drive off. But hold up. The new oil needs a moment to distribute, build pressure, and reach every nook and cranny, including your filter and oil galleries. If you slam into the throttle or a heavy load instantly, you're putting your engine under load before the oil has reached all the crucial components. Here's how to fix this. After finishing your oil change, start the engine. Let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds while you check for leaks. Listen, feel, then ease into driving. That gentle start protects your engine's start and long-term life. And there you have it, 12 mistakes that can destroy your engine faster than you might think. Which one have you seen most often? Share your experience in the comments below. Your tip might save someone's engine. If you found these tips useful, don't forget to check out our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.